Long, long ago in a village called Kudu, there lived a woman whose husband died, leaving her with a little baby boy. She worked hard all day to get food for herself and her child, but they lived very poorly and were most of the time half-starved. When the boy, whose name was Mbora, began to get big, he said to his mother, "Mother, we are always hungry. What work did my father do to support us?" His mother replied, "Your father was a hunter. He set traps and we eat whatever he caught." "Oh, that's not work, that's fun. I too will set trap and see if we can get enough to eat," said Mbora. The next day, he went into the forest and cut branches from the trees and returned home in the evening. The second day was for making the branches into traps. He spent the third day twisting coconut fiber into ropes. The fourth day, he set up as many traps as time would permit. And on the fifth day, he set up the remainder of the traps. The sixth day, he was to examine the traps, and they had caught so much game, beside what they needed for themselves. So, he took some quantity to the big town market, where he sold it and bought foodstuffs and other things for the house. The house was full of food, and as this good fortune continued, he and his mother lived very comfortably. But after a while, whenever he went to his traps, he would find nothing in them day after day. One morning, he found that an ape had been caught in one of the traps, and he was about to kill it when it said, "Son of man, I am Noel the ape. Do not kill me. Take me out of this trap and let me go. Save me from this rain so that I may save you from the sun someday when you are in need of help." So Mbora took the ape out of the trap and let him go. When the ape had climbed up in a tree, he sat on a branch and said to the boy, "For your kindness, I will give you a piece of advice. Believe me, men are all bad. Never do a good turn for man. If you do, he will do you harm at the first opportunity." The second day, Mbora found a snake in the same trap. He wanted to go and alert the village, but the snake shouted, "Come back, son of man. Don't call the people from the village to come and kill me. I am Neko, the snake. Let me out of this trap, I beg you. Save me from the rain so that I may save you from the sun someday when you are in need of help." So, the boy let the snake go. The snake then said, "I will return your kindness if I can, but do not trust any man. If you do him a kindness, he will do you an injury in return at the first opportunity." On the third day, Mbora found a lion in the same trap that had caught the ape and the snake, and he was afraid to go near it. But the lion said, "Please don't be afraid and don't run away. I am Simba, the very old lion. Let me out of this trap and I will not hurt you. Save me from the rain so that I may save you from the sun one day when you are in need of help." So as usual, Mbora believed him and let him out of the trap. And the lion said before going his way, "Son of man, you have been kind to me, and I will repay you with kindness if I can. But never do a kindness to a man, or he will pay you back with unkindness." The next day, which was the fourth day, a man was caught in the same trap. And when the boy released him, he repeatedly assured him that he would never forget the help he has rendered him in restoring his liberty and saving his life. Being unable to catch any game for them, one day he said to his mother, "Mother, please make me 7 cakes from the little meal we have left, and I will go hunting with my bow and arrows." So she baked him the cakes. He took them with his bow and arrows and went into the forest. The boy walked and walked, but could not see anything to catch, And finally, he found that he had lost his way and had eaten all his cakes but one. He went on and on, not knowing whether he was going away from his home or towards it, until he came to the wildest and most desolated looking wood he had ever seen. He was so tired that he felt he would die, when suddenly he heard someone calling him, and looking up he saw Noel the ape, who said, "Son of man, where are you going?" "I don't know," Mbora said sadly. "I am lost. Just sit down here and rest yourself until I come back. I will repay the kindness you once showed me." Then the ape walked off to some gardens and plucked lots of ripe pawpaws and bananas and brought them to Mbora and said, "Here is plenty of food for you. Is there anything else you want? Would you like a drink?" And before the boy could answer, he ran off with the calabash and brought it back full of water. So the boy ate heartily and drank all the water he needed. He thanked the ape and they said goodbye and went their separate ways. When Mbora had walked further without finding which way he should go, he met Simba, the very old lion, who asked, "Where are you going, son of man?" And the boy answered, "I do not know. I am lost." The very old man said, "Come, cheer up and rest yourself here a little. I want to repay the kindness you showed me the other day." If you watched this far, it means you're enjoying this story. Thank you very much. For my returning subscribers, I see you and appreciate the love and support you show this channel. But if you're new here, kindly like and subscribe. Also, hit the notification bell below to get notified each time there's a new story. Thank you. All right, let's get back to our story. So Mbora sat down. The very old lion went away, but soon returned with some game he had caught. And then he started some fire. The boy cooked the game and ate them. When he had finished, he felt a lot better, and they bid each other goodbye, and the boat went their way. After he had traveled another very long distance, the boy came to a farm and was met with a very, very old woman, who said to him, "Stranger, my husband is very sick, and I have been looking for someone to make him some medicine. Please, can you help me make it?" The boy answered, "Woman, I am not a doctor. I am a hunter, and I have never used medicine in my life. I am sorry, I cannot help you." When he came to the road leading to the city, he saw a well with a bucket standing near it, and he said to himself, "That is just what I want. I will take a drink of nice well water. Let me see if the water can be reached." As he peeped over the edge of the well to see if the water was high enough, he saw a very big snake, and the snake said, "Son of man, wait a moment." Then it came out of the well and said, "Don't you know me? Do you not remember me?" "I certainly do not," said the boy, stepping back a bit. Then the snake said, "I could never forget you. I am Neko, the snake, whom you released from the trap. You know I said, 'Save me from the rain, and I will save you from the sun.' Now you are a stranger in this town to which you are going. Therefore, hand me your little bag, and I will place the things that will be of use to you when you arrive the town." So Mbora gave Neko the little bag, and he filled it with chains of gold and silver, and told him to use them freely for his benefits. Then they parted very cordially. When Mbora reached the city, the first man he met was the man he had released from the trap earlier. The man invited him to his home, which he did, and the man's wife made him dinner. As soon as he could get away unobserved, the man went to the chief's house and said, "There is a stranger who is in my house with a bag full of silver and gold chains, which he says he got from a snake that lives in a well. But although he pretends to be a man, I know that he is a snake who has power to look like a man." When the chief heard this, he sent some soldiers to bring Mbora and his little bag before him. When they opened the little bag, the man who was released from the trap persuaded the people that some evil would come out of it and affect the children of the chief and the children of the villagers. Then the people became anxious and tied the hands of Mbora behind him. But Neko, the great snake, had come out of the well and arrived at the town just at the right time. As he went and lay at the feet of the man who had said all those bad things about Mbora. And when the people saw this, they said to the man, "How is it that the great snake that lives in the well stays by you? Tell him to go away." But Neko, the snake, would not move an inch. So they untied Mbora's hands and tried every way to make amends for having suspected him of being a wizard. Then the chief asked him, "Why did this man invite you to his home and then speak badly of you?" So Mbora related all that had happened to him and how the ape, the snake, and the lion had cautioned him about the results of doing any kindness for a man. The chief then said, "Although men are often ungrateful, they are not always like that, only the bad ones. As for this fellow, he deserves to be put in a sack and drowned in the sea. He was treated kindly and he decided to return evil for good." After a few days in the town, Mbora was given directions back to his village with lots of foods and other things for himself and his mother. I hope you enjoyed the story. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new story.